You're muted.
I think that's the third time I've done that on
It
StreamYard
is.
Spotlight. Well, welcome
Oh
everyone.
boy.
Thanks for. I think you can read my lips when I say welcome to the show. Welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I am your co-host Dana Bentz.
And I'm your co-host Kelsey Benz. It's nice to be here, everyone. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thursday. We have so many people tuning in the comments, and I love hearing where everyone's from. We have like Buenos Aires, we have Philippines, we have Johnny Bean, who was on last week's show from Santa Cruz. I think that's
What's
so
up,
fun.
Johnny?
It's so
Yes.
it's so fun to hear just everyone from around the world is tuning in, and our guests are from just in other places than we are. So it's so fun to hear where you're from. So thanks for tuning in the comments. But we have a great show for you tonight. Hi, Dave. Thanks for tuning in. We have Jim and Chris, who are actually approved to be Amazon live streamers. So for those of you who don't know what Amazon Live is, this is going to be a great show for you to learn more about it, to learn what it is, how you can stream there, how you stream there from StreamYard, and just get different tips on Amazon Lives. We're really excited to learn more. So many people tuning in the comments. Thanks, you guys. It's so exciting, and I love when our audience
Oh, hey,
is
Cindy's from Portland,
active
Oregon.
in the. Oh, how fun! Yeah. Hey, Cindy. Very
What's
cool.
up, Cindy?
And Michael Daniels is here per usual.
Hey,
Very cool.
Michael.
Yeah, well, without further ado, we'd love to bring on our two guests tonight. So we have Jim Fuhs and we have Chris Stone. Thanks, you guys, for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having us. This is
Thank you for
exciting.
having us. It's an honor for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you.
Oh, very sweet. Well, yeah, we're so excited to have you on. We've actually never had anyone from Amazon Live on our show yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Well,
I
hey,
know.
well, what do
Yeah,
we
we're
get for
excited
being
to
your
talk
first
about it.
Amazon? Do we get like a medal or something, or like a?
Yeah, you get to be featured on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
awesome.
we go.
There's no
And
better
that's
gift.
that's a very big honor.
Yes, 100%. Absolutely, truly, absolutely. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Well,
what's up, Doug? You know what? I love this too. I love how many, when I was watching the countdown, vibing out with your countdown
Yep.
music, right? And everybody was was vibing with it, man. That's so awesome. That's some people can pull off that countdown thing, and people will join and start chime in. Other people, like you just got to go live and you just got to jump into the content, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
Well,
awesome
I
if you
really
got a
like
tribe
I
like
like
that.
I like the aspect of having a countdown timer because sometimes people don't get notifications all at the same time. So we like to just give them a couple minutes just to everyone gets a notification and then they can open it up on their phone. But for those of the audience members who don't know where you guys are from, what kind of show you do, can you give us just a little bit of context background on Dealcasters Live?
Well, Dealcasters Live is our Amazon Live show. We came up with this. We had always be branding, right? Isn't that one of our mottos, Chris? And
Love
always be
it.
marketing, ABB,
Nice.
ABM. And so, I actually learned about this from Ross Brand. Back in July, he put out this hey, Amazon's got this live thing, and you can apply. And he did a really great YouTube video, and I just followed the steps, and it's like pick a platform that see if you can become an Amazon influencer. And so I flipped a coin. I said Twitter because I've got almost 10,000, and they said you're approved. I'm like, wow, that was easy. And
Wow. That does
of course,
seem easy.
of course, I had other people that have applied since and said, well, I didn't get approved. I was
right.
like, I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of like the whole LinkedIn Live thing. I don't know what to tell you.
Interesting.
So, but I had been an Amazon. I think they had changed the name to Associate for a while, where you can sell things through their affiliate program.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so where you get into the influencer program, then they also give you the ability to go live on Amazon. Now there are a couple catches. One, you have to use an iOS device because they have an app that they call this creator app that allows you to go live through the app. But the beauty and why StreamYard has been so great for us is that you can use RTM feeds. And so we use StreamYard to go live on Amazon. So even though I start the stream on the phone, we actually are going live from our computers with Amazon. And we're actually on the Amazon website. And we've already had, we've had Jennifer Watson, we've had Dave Jackson on Monday talking about his book. So it's really giving us the ability to become really creative, not only talking with these people that are very interesting, but also highlighting products that they may want to talk about. And then you've got this little carousel in the Amazon app that, as you talk about each item, you highlight. And so then the goal is to get people to actually buy those items. And so they liked what we did so much, and I got to give Chris big props because he's the creative part of the team. I think I'm not sure. I think am I the pretty face, Chris? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the guy from behind the scenes. I let Jim just kind of be the pretty face of the
Yeah.
of the operation of Deal
Nice.
But
for sure.
but
I
we
like
were
that.
everyone starts out as a rising star, and then you have to
Yeah.
do at least 90 minutes of streaming to get promoted to the next level, and it's called Insider. Well, they review your shows to see, one, are you just not, doing boring stuff? They're looking at your thumbnails. And so that's really where we, I think, have excelled because what we did is we went and looked at what other people were doing. And trust me, there is some stuff out there. I could not watch it probably for more than a minute. A lot of it is just people sharing like the website screen of Amazon of a
Yeah.
product
Oh,
and
yeah.
just, blah, blah, blah. And so we said, let's make this more fun. And then we usually have a theme behind each show. The first one was Dealcasters Live. We talked about podcasting gear. We actually demonstrated some of it. Then Jennifer Watson, we actually called it Weathering the Storm. And we talked about, storm prep and then highlighted all these different things that we didn't know. Of course, we both kind of laugh because we end up buying things
Yeah.
that our guests are talking about off of Amazon.
Yep.
So it's like,
They're
Yeah.
selling you on
they're
the.
selling us, right?
Right.
We're using
I
all
love
these
that.
millions of dollars that Amazon's paying us and just like pouring it back
Yep.
into the
Yes.
items that we're trying to sell, right?
I love that. That's so funny. So, did you have to be an Amazon seller first? Like, do you have to have an Amazon store to be
Well,
approved?
not so much the store. You just have to be part of their affiliate program.
Got it.
But
Okay.
then but see, it also gives you some other benefits when you get approved for this program because now I have a storefront. And
Got it.
and so people, when they go to the, Fusion Marketing storefront on Amazon, all the old videos are there. And now that we're insiders, we even have the opportunity at some point, some of our videos will be on some of the product pages of the products that we have talked about during our show. So
Oh,
that's
that's
kind of
very
a big
neat.
deal to us. And
Yeah.
the next step, which will take a little while because it takes a lot more hours of streaming, is what they call the A list. And with the A list, you actually can be on the front page of Amazon.com. So, you could literally end up seeing us, during Prime days or when you're Black Friday shopping, you'll see
Wow.
Jim and Chris live on Amazon.
And that's
waving at
coming
you.
up. Black
Yeah.
Friday's coming up, and
Yeah.
didn't they push Amazon Day or Prime Day? I think it's
It's
called.
coming soon. Yep. And
Okay.
so we'll be doing some Prime
Ooh.
Day. And would you say, Chris? You think so?
Yeah, Dana, I'd like to live every day like it's Prime Day. Really. I mean, I think why wait until October
Oh my
13th?
gosh.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
every day we should live like Prime Day. I sound like the Amazon sellout, right? But yeah,
I
to
love
Jim's
it.
point, we took this opportunity not to turn this into some home shopping network for podcasting gear or live streaming gear, but we took this opportunity to say, you know what? There are people like Chris Kermitzos, who is now the Guinness World Record holder for
Yeah.
Podfest, and
That
who
was
has who has a
huge.
wonderful book called Start Ugly. And we're big fans of the Podfest community. And obviously Dave Jackson, who just put out a book this week called Profit from Your Podcast.
Yeah, you had him on the show, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Okay.
thought, this is an opportunity not for us to just like get on and share the Amazon website and say, oh, look, this is cool. This is on sale this week. Here's a couple of, here's some headphones that we've never put on our ears. Like, let's take the opportunity to just kind of like do this and use another platform for this, no matter what, amount of money or whatever that Amazon makes. It was just an opportunity to kind of do something creative and sort of serve that level of people. So.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So when you stream to Amazon, for those people who are super familiar with StreamYard and how RTMP works, you don't get the comments section feature of StreamYard that I love so much, like showing all these
Mhm.
comments on the screen, like saying hello to all your viewers. So how does that change like how you run the show?
Mm.
So you do actually have in the Amazon app, it's kind of like what we see here in the comments in the back stage of StreamYard. You're seeing comments from the people that are live viewing,
Okay.
and so we can actually like reply and comment to them through the app. But we
Oh,
can't do
okay.
we can't screen share. And then
Yep.
another pretty fascinating thing that they kind of do through their app is there's like these little stars floating, and so it's kind of reminds you of Periscope and those other things, so people can tap the stars and stars go flying all over, and we
Oh,
get a rush
But
of
fun.
honestly,
star
it's just not
adrenaline.
like StreamYard. It just I
No.
mean, what is, right? And
Yeah.
but we love the fact that we're able to use StreamYard in that particular platform, even though we can't pipe in the comments and put the stuff down here and truly be able to highlight those comments like you guys are doing
Mm.
tonight. Um, but utilizing StreamYard from an RTMP perspective for this or for doing the virtual conferencing stuff that we do, it really
Hmm.
just takes that presentation to a new level. For someone that,
Mm.
from like myself, that likes to make things look really good and sound really good, like StreamYard for us is just, we just love it. It's predominantly the platform that we use for everything that we do.
That's
Wow,
so
that's so awesome.
fantastic.
That's
I'm
awesome to hear.
wondering, were you guys live streaming before
Oh
the
yeah.
pandemic?
Mhm.
Have you been live streaming for a long time?
Jim is like when webcams were invented, Jim Fuhs was doing shows.
Oh
Yes.
my
No,
gosh.
not
No
quite,
kidding.
but no, of course, I know, Dana, you had, my co-host from the Tim and Jim show, Tim, on, 2 Cents with Bents a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
that's really when I started live streaming is with Tim, and that was August of 2018. So we have
Okay.
over
Wow.
100 episodes, and every episode since February
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
2019
seriously,
has been on
amazing.
StreamYard.
Wow. That
And,
is
Wow.
so neat to
Okay.
yeah, so we
hear.
switched from another, company that shall remain nameless. I'm surprised they're still in business, but yeah, we've been with StreamYard ever since. In fact, the Tim and Jim show is sponsored by StreamYard, and we're very thankful
Mm-hmm.
for that as well. But
Woohoo.
it's StreamYard is great for this. I mean, and especially with some of the new features, right? The fact that you can have 10 people on screen. Chris and I like to call ourselves. I guess live streaming mad scientists. So we're always doing new things that we didn't know were possible. We haven't broke the internet yet. We are
That's
working on it.
awesome.
But
Oh
even as an
my gosh.
example, when we did our first episode, we kind of were practicing this stuff because there is a practice mode within Amazon, so you can kind of see what it's going to be like. So, like, we would take the cell phone camera and make that the camera where we're like showing a product, like demonstrating the product.
Oh,
Uh,
smart. Like the
so
second camera angle. Yep.
exactly, and
Mm-hmm.
we're starting to learn some things doing some virtual cam stuff. Like I've talked before about how you can use things like Prezi. We haven't done that necessarily with the Amazon Live, but we definitely can see where even as an example, since we don't need to share the sound, when you share the application window as opposed to the browser, you could have all your products lined up if you want to show people the website, and it's much easier to go between each of them than like, okay, I'm going to share the tab, bring it
Right.
down, share the tab, bring
Mm-hmm.
it down. So
Right.
those are some of the
Yeah.
things that we've been working through to kind of make the show flow better. What's interesting though too, and I would say encouraging, Amazon is really all about people promoting their shows, their products, and so what we've even done too, because ultimately we want people watching us on the Amazon app, but we
Right.
multi-stream to Twitter during the show.
Oh,
Oh,
So
okay.
so
good.
people are
Yeah.
watching it on Twitter as well through Periscope, and then later we can always retweet it and put the actual link back to the original show because you can watch the replays.
Gotcha.
So that
Yeah.
answers Ryan's question then. Does Amazon Terms of Service allow you to multi-stream to other locations?
Yeah.
It
We're
does.
careful about it. We're you
Yeah.
know
Okay,
it's
okay.
yeah it's something that we want to we want to be respectful and mindful, because I know we've heard stories about people who have YouTube channels and have done Amazon related things and have gotten some cease and desist and some things going on. So
Yikes.
we're very respectful, but regardless of all of that, when we do these things, because StreamYard allows you to download the everything on the back end, so
Yeah.
including RTMP. So what we've been able to do is not just broadcast and it's done. The great thing for content creators and those of you who are watching tonight is the function of being able to download that content in 1080p and pull that down and edit it and repurpose it for socials, your website, and everything else. Obviously, if you're on Amazon Live, you got to be selective about what you're putting into something that ends up on YouTube
Right.
because it's Amazon, Amazon branded. But just the fact that we're able to do that and be able to download that on the back end of StreamYard has just been so beneficial for Jim and I, for Dealcasters, and being able to repurpose that. Because a lot of people on these live streams, they're thinking about the moment, right? This moment right now that we're at on Eastern Standard Time, 8:21 p.m. And then no matter where you're at in the world, it's like, but you know what? Everything that we're doing right now is going to live forever. And so that's our mentality. So anything that we're doing, we're going to dice it up, and we're going to schedule it and do all of that stuff just to kind of keep this thing going.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And that's why live streaming is such a great form of content marketing, because we have this 30 minutes of great conversation, and that's a piece of content, and then you repurpose that in 100 different ways, like a blog post and chopping it up to just get the highlights of the show. Yeah, I love that. So smart.
Jim, you mentioned a little bit before how you got set up with Amazon. I know that you said that you used your Twitter account to get verified via Amazon. Can you go a little more in depth about that process, just in case anyone who's watching wants to do that?
So to be an influencer in Amazon, they're really looking that you have a large social following. And so, you could pick your Facebook or your YouTube, but, really you need to pick the one with large numbers. And so for me, my largest platform was Twitter, because I think at the time I applied, I had over 9,500 followers. So
Got it.
Wow.
So they ask for one
yes.
social platform. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you link your Twitter to it. That makes
Yes.
sense.
And so, well, I think it's not even so much that you're linking it. It's like they're reviewing it and saying, okay, this person has a large following. They may even be looking at, is it a platform that's engaging? Because you'll see people with several thousand, say, Twitter followers, but they don't engage with their audience. There's no,
Right.
they're not tweeting
Right.
very often. It's, just out there. So,
Right.
because I know a couple people that, that have, 5,000 or more Twitter followers, and they didn't get approved. But they were Amazon affiliates prior. So I think, so like I said, maybe I was just lucky. Maybe they know that I watched Ross Brand's YouTube video.
Maybe Ross made a call into Amazon
made
in
a
the back
call, that's
end.
right.
Hey.
Yeah, right. Shout out to Ross.
Shout out to Ross. Yeah, we love Ross.
But whenever someone has a question about well, how do I get on Amazon Live? I always share the link to Ross's YouTube video, because he did an amazing job of laying out the steps and made it
Awesome.
made it really easy. I mean, I literally
Awesome.
from the time I watched his video to getting approved was probably less than half an hour for me.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, so
So
that
it's
That
pretty
just shows you the
fast.
power of Jim Fuhs, right? He has more
amazing.
Twitter followers
With
than
Ross
Kim
Brand.
Kardashian. Right, exactly.
No, not than Kim Kardashian. No.
Oh my God.
Close
take a
though.
while.
You never know, Jim.
Yeah, it's scary.
Eye on the prize.
That's right. That's right.
That's awesome. Well, we'll link that video to Ross's the video you're talking about, so that people who are interested can watch it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be great. And I think Ross is in the chat. I saw him a little bit earlier. So Ross, if you're here, if you wouldn't mind linking us that'd be great.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. So before we get too late, I know we like to keep our shows 30 minutes. We want to see your intro video or your show trailer. Can we pull that up now, Chris?
Yeah, it might give good context for for what we're doing, for sure. So yeah, if you wanna pull that up, we'll use the
Cool.
StreamYard function to share a Chrome tab with sound. So those of you who are StreamYard fans and already on that, you know how this works. But yeah, so here's a little idea of what Dealcasters is about. Folks, it's not just like, Jim and Chris hanging out in their living room talking. Like, you have a true Emmy-winning meteorologist here.
Well, I always tell people starting a podcast is not hard. I mean, I could grab my phone right now and burp into it, and it'll be on Apple in 2 days. So starting a podcast is not hard. Starting a good podcast is hard.
You've been waiting for how many days now to talk about this?
I've been waiting all my life, Jim.
All your life.
All my life to be here on Amazon Live.
I wish everyone introduced me that way, or every time I walked in a room, someone introduced me that way. That was amazing. Well done, Chris.
I can do that.
And I think podcasters, and I understand why. Look, we work really hard on our podcast, and to a certain extent, it's our art, man.
Wow. Tell us about this, Jennifer.
So this is kind of for the weather geek in you. If you have a weather geek, there's always a weather geek in the family somewhere.
A lot of this equipment we're talking about it can be used for musicians and content creators in general. If you're a YouTuber,
It just came out with the 2100X, which actually has a USB-C, which means you could plug it into an iPad.
this goes right into your computer, and you are sounding like butter in someone's ears with this puppy.
So if you have been, very good this year, Santa may surprise you with this kit, or maybe someone else in your family may be like, you know what, Jim, Chris, you have been amazing this year. Cheers. I love you guys. Chris, you're just amazing. Jim, so are you. You guys are the best hosts ever, I think.
Just stop, please.
There you have it.
Nice.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that's amazing,
Not
you guys.
bad.
That's really
I
great.
know. It's such good marketing for the show. Like, I
It
want to watch
is.
Dealcasters now.
We
Yeah.
don't have any fun at all. I promise you. There's
It
no
doesn't
fun.
look like
That's
it.
It doesn't look
No.
fun.
Yeah.
It looks
No.
so boring.
In attempting to be more fun, we are going to have Chris on the show on Monday. We'll be
Not
talking
this
about
Chris Kermitzos.
Yes, we're going to be
Okay.
talking about his book Start Ugly, because that's where we all started. But then our next plan is every Monday night, probably about 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have our Dealcasters pre-game show before Monday Night Football. So we'll talk about football a little bit, talk about
Nice.
tech.
Fun.
So if you want to come talk some smack, maybe buy some, gear for your favorite team, come join us, So that's another
That's awesome.
another part because we want to really dedicate at least because things got crazy. We just did this virtual International Women's Summit using StreamYard with Hopin. That turned out amazing. We learned some new tricks using the narrator function. Chris was able to pipe music in. You were using
Fantastic.
loopback with that, right, Chris? Or did you just?
Yeah, I
Good.
used loopback, and we were able to pipe in music between the main stage event using StreamYard RTMP. So yeah, it was a
Awesome.
little backstage wizardry happening thanks to StreamYard and
Yes.
loopback. And
Yeah, we're so excited about that feature because we had so many people requesting it, and that's what the guys always base their product decisions off of, is like how many people are requesting these features. But especially it seemed like all of our users who are now using StreamYard to produce their Broadway shows, it felt like they were the ones who really needed that feature for a narrator. Like, we call the
Yeah.
feature narrator voice, but they're actually using it as a narration for the plays.
Yeah.
So I got to tell you a story. So when we were doing this Power Her International Women's Virtual Summit, and my job was basically running the stage, and Jim was the virtual sort of showrunner. So if you can imagine, he was the person that was kind of going back and forth to the speaker lounge, so to speak, virtually, and getting people prepped to come on to the main stage, because obviously for StreamYard we can only have 10 people.
Right.
My request would be that there would be more than 10 people.
Okay, good feedback.
So let me Gage, are you listening?
Maybe maybe even just like a waiting queue if they can't be in the green room, so we know that these 10 people are going to come in next, because trust me, that was our one challenge.
But the fun part was is I'm like the narrator guy. Like no one can see me; they just see my little avatar, right? And I've got and my mic is hot, right? So I've got it away from me because every once in a while I say bad words, and and so I can't have that go on the live stream. So I'm going, and I've got Jim and I are doing the virtual conference together, and I've got him in this year, and I've got the conference in this year. And so I'm doing this, and I'm listening to the speaker, and I'm pulling up the lower thirds, and I'm doing all of that. And all of a sudden I hear Jim having this conversation, and he's like, "Oh, no, you look beautiful. Oh, no, I think it's perfect. I think that lighting." And I'm trying to run that, and I was like, what conversation is Jim having in the middle of this virtual conference? I'm like, who are you talking to, Jim? Of course, I can't say that out loud. The mic's hot. So after the fact, I find out he's speaking to this amazing 80-plus-year-old woman who was one of the speakers at the conference, who was a civil rights advocate, who just crushed it. She was just a phenomenal speaker. And he's just, backstage with the talent, telling someone how beautiful they are in their bedroom before they go on stage. And here I am, the madman, trying to pull in the the stuff from this and stuff from that. But it was fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Gosh.
That's
Yikes.
so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, that was it was a lot of fun, but it was funny because we know we didn't tell them that, but it was like, oh well, we told these people to show up 15 minutes early. It's like, but the green room's already full. We have nowhere to put them. So we actually came up with a way using Hopin to where we created like a private lounge where they could all jump in like a Zoom room, and then I'd say, okay guys, it's time for you to log out of Hopin and go click on that StreamYard link, and we're going to bring you on stage. So that
and
was
I will tell you,
Smart.
like everyone, and I do mean everyone, including people that are very honest with, they're like, we can't believe how professional that show ran, and we could not have done it without StreamYard. I mean, it was we could not have done it because of just how intuitive that platform is, and how and we had to really talk them into using StreamYard, and that just was like proof.
And it worked.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow,
That's
so
great to
neat
hear. Thanks for sharing that, Chris.
Yeah, you have so many uses for StreamYard. Like Jim, you have a couple of shows. You have Dealcasters live together. You have so many uses for StreamYard. Now you're doing events. Like that's so neat to hear. You can use it for all these different things.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people, and even I know sometimes people with virtual events where they've got to upload something, it's nice to be able to record on StreamYard, record your presentation and download it. But there's nothing beats doing live. So it's really great to see that you can use StreamYard with some of these platforms, and it would be, and I know as an example, the one I learned about, I think was the first show I saw from you guys when you had Dylan Shinholzer on from Fuhs, and we tested it, but this platform, it's like a whole nother level, because now you've got sponsor booths, you've got networking, you've got these other breakouts you can do, which is like a Zoom room, and the live stage with StreamYard. And we're actually going to see if we can break this program by seeing if we can do 2 live stages at once.
Ooh,
if that happens. But
how neat! Wow, how fun!
Yeah,
you guys have a lot going on. A lot of live streaming going on.
and we may be doing another event in early November using StreamYard as well, because one of the people attended it that was wanting to have a virtual event, and when they saw how it worked, they were like, wow, this is really good.
Yep. Wow, very cool, you guys. So where can people tune in to the next Dealcasters Live if they want to tune in and watch it?
Yeah, so if they just follow my shop on Amazon, it's amazon.com/shop Fusion Marketing, you will actually get notified in the Amazon app
Oh,
that
how
we're going
cool.
live. They just made this change. Like they're going to let you know how many followers you have. So they're really encouraging you to let people know that you're out there live. But we can tell you it's going to be this Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, right, Chris? That's I think our scheduled
This
time.
Monday.
I think so. You would know better than I do. And for those of you who are
Well, you'll
who are
get notified.
podcasters, live streamers, and whatnot, if you don't know about Chris Krimitsos and his story and the book Start Ugly, this is. I don't know if we're going to ever pull up an Amazon page and start selling anything, Jim, because people are just going to be wanting to hear Chris talk and his story, which is just phenomenal. So please
Wow.
tune in. He's a great guy. He does nothing but give to that community, and it'll be fun.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Sounds like a great show. Well, you two, thank you so much for joining us on
Thank you.
StreamYard Spotlight tonight. It was wonderful having you on the show. Thanks for talking about Dealcasters and all the other streams you're doing with StreamYard.
Well, thanks, and
Yeah.
thanks everyone. Amazed at how many people showed up to learn about Amazon, and
I
we're happy to
know.
talk to you guys. Anyone have questions, contact me or Chris. Happy to talk more about it. And thank you, Ross, for sharing the knowledge that let us get started with it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Shout
Dana.
out to
Thanks,
Ross.
Kelsey. We appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks, you
so
guys.
much for taking the time.
See you soon.
Take
All right.
care.
Bye. Oh, how fun. We had so many comments in the chat, and I love that Ross is here tonight because Ross is the one who put that video together, who Jim and Chris got on, how they got on Amazon. So that's super helpful. So if you're just joining us now, make sure you take a look at the comments in the video that Ross left and how to get approved for Amazon Live and how to start that process. But yeah, this has been another great episode of StreamYard Spotlight. We'll be here next week, right, Kels? Same time?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone
Take
for tuning
care.
in. Bye.